being taken care of. So here we go, folks. It's now time to jump in. We're coming at you live from Warzone. It's Verdansk. We got ourselves Season 6 gameplay, and I believe up first, we're going to be checking out Accuracy in his squad. Let's see what they're able to do. Guys, go ahead and take it from here.
Oh, Alex, thank you very much. We'll be calling upon you for fun nuggets of wisdom.
I'll be here.
Good.
I'll be here. Don't worry.
You're always here.
Don't leave
here we
us,
go.
Alex. Do not leave us.
Here we go. It's going to be Dilo, Fellow, and Accuracy. Again, Accuracy going to be rocking that Minnesota Rokkr purple as they make their way into their first drops. A little bit of a slow one. They jumped early. It looks like heading towards the electronics store just to the side there of Superstore. And again, it's a kill race with points for placement. And again, first place is a 25-point. Each elimination is going to get you one. So expect these players to pick up as many kills as possible. But again, like high placement finishes are going to be sending you up the scoreboard. So let's see what they've got in the bag here. So slow and steady loot for Accuracy. Like he's not exactly in the thick of the action, let's say.
He's not. Do you know what? They've landed right next to the lion's den. They're not quite there yet, but they're just getting themselves, you know, comfortable. Probably getting ready to storm Superstore at any moment. But, you know, I think that's kind of what it's all about in your first couple of games. I think it's kind of getting a feel for it as a team and getting back into that competitive mentality, because it's very different from kind of just dropping into your average chilled out game. You're really playing a different way here for kills and then obviously placements. So I'm excited to see what these guys can do, what they can bring to the table. Where's their first game going to go? Because, Miles, we've been doing this a couple of times now in these tournaments, and we do know actually sometimes the first game provides such a good opportunity. We've already got one kill down. Off to a pretty good start, Miles.
It could have gone a lot worse. We did see Fellow drop in a Superstore solo alone. He did go down quite easily, but again, it's a slow and steady race. And again, there has been some changes to the way, you know, the weapons in Warzone sit. There have been adjustments to floor loot, you know, to some weapon individual tunings. Again, C4 has received a bit of a nerf. It's a little slower off the initial throw, and it takes a little bit longer to detonate in air. So don't expect to see as many crazy C4 plays here. And of course, the Origin shotgun close range damage has been nerfed somewhat, so it's lethality. I mean, we will have to put it to the real test, but Accuracy putting in the work now here on Superstore. Second floor player gets tagged up and taken down. He does have a C4 to his name. There's going to be the kill confirmed, and they are going to get a few more. So Accuracy with 2 kills. Fellow does lose his gulag in the back end. So with that being said, let's see if he and Delio can keep the run going here in Superstore as the kills keep coming through.
Just picking up the cash, of course, to try and get their fellow. Do you get it? Teammate.
Oh,
not allowing it. Not allowing it. Not allowing it.
Off to a good start.
It's happened early on. It's happened early on.
Off to a good start.
You know what I can't quite wrap my head around is, you know, every single time I've dropped change at a supermarket, dropped some cash on the floor, which believe me, has been plenty. It's never led into such a bloody encounter like this. You know, most times the person just takes it and then walks away from me, you know, and then I look back and my 20 spot's gone.
But I mean, GB, you got to think about it. Have you ever been in the back storage area of IKEA like this? I mean, this is a dangerous territory. No one's been at the back of IKEA. No one knows what it's like, and maybe
what do you mean?
It's
I've been to the back of an IKEA. That's where you get the tables and stuff.
No, but the back. You know what I mean? The back, the forgotten land.
Not just the back, but the backpack. Well, it seems like Accuracy is going to the back of the spawn. Isn't it great? Like, because he died. No,
that was
I'll shut up now. All right, I'm gonna.
You gotta leave it to
myself. All right, goodbye. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Gotta leave it to the Lottie, the true professional.
The true professional of dad jokes.
Well, Fellow, I was going to say, Fellow managed to get himself back. Delio, he had about 5.5 grand before Accuracy went down. So this is going to be it's a little slow of a game. I'm not going to lie. I mean, this one's a little pensive from both of them, but they're doing what they can to trying to find something special. Anyway, over now to the other side of the Minnesota Rokkr players in this tournament. It's going to be Attach, Ricky, and Finessin, who have also dropped to Superstore. I presume not the same Superstore. I know they all look the same, but you can hear the comms trying to clean up these kills.
I'm behind him.
I wonder if we're going to see anyone use the subway. I mean, again, there's a possibility for it. Like, it does get you across the map real fast. But it just depends on sort of where circles are playing out, and who knows? Like this could be the most amazing rotation involving the Verdansk Metro system.
One's top roof. One's top roof.
Absolutely. I mean, Miles, you know, before we
One's
got
still
into
above
the
his roof,
we were
guys. Take your
discussing
time.
kind of a few little things,
Have a
a few
trophy?
knickknacks of course season 6 and what to expect and what we think we may
I've
see
won
from
right
the
now.
tournament. And of course, Subway, it's going to be a really exciting part of season 6, but it's going to be a difficult one to find yourself on constantly. Of course, it's only a certain areas, only certain stops you can get on and off. But maybe for the latter part of the game, the last few circles, you know, the last moments, it might be a game changer in terms of the chase. If if you're getting pinched constantly, if you're kind of running away from the circles, you may be near a Subway, it could be an absolute savior for you guys. So I'm interested to see how our teams use it, if they use it, when they use it, because I'm learning, man. I'm learning, what's the best policy when it does come to this new change.
I could have like 1 or 2 plates.
100%. Well, we're all learning again. As you can see, loadouts coming through. I wonder again what weapons most players are using.
We're good to go.
Looks like that's a overkill class with a kilo there for attach. Again, nothing too crazy there. He's still running C4, and again, I don't think the nerf to C4 has been so dramatic that no one's going to use it. It's just you can't throw it like an instant exploding Semtex. That's the only major difference here. So we'll see a slight change. Yeah, it's a curtail. It's the situational use here of the C4 is definitely going to be changed. But again, I mean, the Subway system, one of the biggest changes to Season 6, aside from a couple of additional weapons. And one of the things I'm really enjoying, like, I'm a campaign nerd. I love the COD campaigns. Seeing Farah in the game now is pretty cool. Like, if anyone's played the campaign, no one will ever forget that mission where she kills a man with a screwdriver as, like, a 9-year-old child. Like, it was absurd. And if anyone's played it, you know what I'm talking about.
Behind you guys,
that issue was great.
Oh no, it's just one guy.
Badass.
Top roof.
Absolutely badass. From birth, man. From birth.
There's 2 knocked on me.
Some have screwdrivers thrust upon them.
There's some problems here, Miles, unfortunately, for our players. So we're going to see if we can get this res off. Oh, no, we're not. It's going to be a redeploy. We're going to get this redeploy, hopefully. Yeah.
It's actually taken care of, but good cash. Good cash for the team right now. I mean, again, quite an early drop. There's a massive amount of players left in the lobby. 104 still remaining. Obviously -3.
On my way back, I'm flying
the boys. But yeah, this is not bad. Again, Attach with 3 kills to his name. Finesse still has 3.5 grand in the bag. Attach is going to be able to get his weapons back.
Still on top of the roof.
Good comms again, just identifying that player that he took the fight from. And here we go.
Let's see if they can
reclaim this. Get their gear back. Get back on the road.
I'm here with you. I'm here with you.
Got 11 kills overall as a team, I think, at the moment from the sneak peek I saw the scoreboard. We're going to try and pick up a few more here in just a second. A little bit of a scavenge happening here on a couple of bodies, just trying to get well obtained with some more stuff. We've got plates coming into, which is always helpful. See who else we can hunt down. See who they manage to sniff out.
One thing I'm interested to see in Season 6, and again, I haven't had too much discussion about it, but occasionally we would get what they would call like a bugged out superstore. Or on the floor, there would be like $10,000 bags, there'd be satchels full of armor plates, like you name it. It'd be like the best gear possible, just littered all over the superstore floor. We would call it the bugged out superstore. Whether it was a bug or not, to this day, I still don't know. But I am not certain if this has actually been eliminated from the game. So occasionally, do expect players to leave superstore with more cash than they know what to do with. But here we go. UAVs are up. The reaping can now begin for Attach, Finesse, and Ricky as they're going to now try to push towards these kills, these lonely little dots on the radar, and trying to find some damage here. Towards the airport they go. And you're sort of dithering back and forth a little bit. Like, I mean, they're making decisions here, but it looks like they're going to commit to this.
I think so. I think they're right now just trying to get as many kills as possible on the board. I think they're feeling pretty comfortable. I'm interested to see if they'll go for any kind of recons in the later part of the game, because it'll be a little bit easier for them to get themselves adjusted to the end circles. Of course, you know where the circles are going to be going. They managed to pick one off here, one on the floor. We got it down. Finish that kill, and looking for the other teammates right now. It's a cat and mouse game here, Miles.
Yeah. Attach playing himself real close to that player he downed. And one thing to also note, Attach also has a stopping power round just on the right-hand side of the screen as his field upgrade. So, I mean, you put the MP5, stopping power rounds really do make it a seriously dangerous weapon. I mean, a weapon that's dangerous at close range anyway. I mean, you are literally shredding folks. Here we go. It's going to go into the kilo. So,
I mean, he's right here in the crown. He's gonna.
They managed to lose sight of that player on the most wanted contract, but Attach is going to now get back on the hunt. It looks like a 1-1-1 split right now for these teams. Again, we're playing trios.
Are they in the train?
Everyone's quite well spread out at this point in time, trying to maximize the kill potential as this lobby has started to dissipate quickly from 104. We join them now down to 87.
Okay, hop a shot.
Attached now on the
Oh,
chase.
okay.
Trying to catch that
He's
most
still
wanted
driving.
player. They've lost sight of
They
him,
went
but at
under
the
the
very
tunnel.
least, they might be able to still get the kill.
No, he's at the
Damage
hangar,
the
he's at the
vehicle. You
hangar.
heard the
Good,
comms
good.
there,
I'm
but
beaming him, I'm beaming him.
can they
Oh,
make the
shit,
play
okay, good. It's fine,
all
kill it,
that
kill
way
it.
forward?
we
Here
got-
comes the
we got a
push.
car coming.
Down him.
There it is, baby. That's them stopping power rounds. They're stupid. They're so dumb, like they're so powerful. I love them.
Nasty.
Any chance? Any
Nasty,
chance to use
nasty.
stopping power rounds? Any chance? Just the
Nice.
bigger the magazine. Not always the better. Something with really
I'm gonna
high
dip
rate
out,
of
I'm gonna
fire.
dip
I once said a P90 was stopping power rounds, and that thing got me out of some trouble, man. I framed that
Ooh,
P90, put it on my wall.
P90. Oh yeah.
it was
no,
great.
I'm
was
all
great.
about the P90 sometimes, you know, and I can't imagine stopping power. That's an OP
Yo, I'm gonna
gun
pop a
there, mate.
UAV, okay?
Yeah, do that because I have a team on me.
Sweet,
You can
sweet
hear the
stopping
pop
power.
of the
Yeah, 5
UAV.
seconds.
The pop of the UAV, Miles. I mean,
Calling
a
it now.
UAV is absolutely necessary in this kind of competition.
Where's
Of
that?
course, it's necessary to the game,
Right here.
but especially for these guys hunting for the kills, hunting for the bodies. Not only about, you know, how they're going to play this to win, but they need those bonus points, limbs, to of course rack up the points and get them to the
Whatever.
top of the
3 kids are
leaderboard.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
fight with you, Rick, and then
really,
let's get ghost.
really good call, getting as many UAVs as possible and using your economy wisely.
Yeah, the economy is another really important factor of these kill races when it comes to Warzone. But on board now with Team TP, of course, our dear colleague Merc. We've got Crowder there, the coach of Atlanta FaZe, doing what they can. I mean, this is a squad that play together nearly every single day. They have done for an extremely long time now, so expect the team chemistry to be at an all-time high. And as you see, the advanced UAV on the map, look at all those red dots. Now it's a great opportunity for them to pick up a ton of kills. You see, it looks like they came out of military base, so an interesting start for them. I'm not sure if they went towards super off the rip. I've seen a lot of changes, you know, to the way players are playing Warzone tournaments these days. A lot of Storage Town drops. That's been an interesting call. Electronic Store, Storage Town. It looks like 7, 6, and 7 there for the kills overall as a squad. But here they go. They saw that information. There's a massive amount of players towards the center of the map. And here we go. Team TP rolling forward.
And on they roll indeed, Miles, because these guys are going for it. They've come in pretty hot. They're doing pretty well with their kills so far in the game. And, you know, they're halfway through the lobby pretty much right now. So if they can get as many kills as possible in the latter half and try and score that 25 points for the finish, of course, in first place. Super great game to start the day off for these guys. And honestly, I don't really expect anything less. We've got a big down coming forward there with the fires coming out from it as well. So lovely stuff from TP. He's always on it when he's playing Warzone. He's always on it. So I expect big things from this trio.
Yeah, this is one thing we expected when it comes to the Warzone change. Like, yeah, sure, the Origin shotgun gets nerfed, but the R9, those Dragon's Breath rounds, like, it's not going to change too much. Now, we will say, again, this lobby was looking a little dry. There was 47 players left. The jailbreak has just completed. Now we're back up to 60. This is a nice opportunity for the squad to pick up a few more kills. Jailbreaks, again, a little bit of luck that comes into play here in these Warzone games, but that gives these guys a chance just to find a few more. You can see the recon being played over there to the left-hand side of his TP screen. Merc's comms coming through, trying to identify these players dropping in. Again, these are basically free kills. This is easy pickings. Those players coming out of a gulag, and plenty of them. Team's going to trophy up, never leave home without it. Now try to get into the fray.
Pretty split up, actually, these three were just for a second ago. I mean, that's kind of the confidence that these guys are playing with right now.
Oh,
They're oozing
totally,
it.
totally.
Totally oozing it and feel totally comfortable in these situations. We're getting some fire in here, Miles.
Yeah, it's this streaks coming through again. Would expect in some of these competitions not just to see UAVs, but again the lethality of the precision airstrike, like how useful it can be to get players off of high ground, how useful it can be to keep players pinned, especially if you're moving through an open field. So we're all learning. Everyone's learning. We're changing the way we play here on Warzone. Team now trying to clear up this top roof position. Shotty in hand. Not too many players on the UAV. There's the first. Pretty much instant down there again. Kilos. Look to see plenty more of these throughout the course of the day. It's the absolute, go-to right now for Warzone players. 60 mag, 50 mag, whatever you suit. There is a slight mobility gain from the 50 mag, so don't expect to be seeing too many other weapons. Like the Bruin age seems to have come to an end. The age of the Growl is somewhat done, but the age of the Orc, the Kilo, has really begun.
You never know, Miles. Things
you
can be
don't.
buffed at any point. You never know. We could see the Bruin coming back. We could see the Growl coming back. But there are kind of your staples that kind of stay with you as well. And the Origin, despite having a little bit of a nerf, still probably going to be a pretty decent weapon for some people, and it's kind of what they're used to too as well. But close range wise,
100%.
it'll be good if you're just running into trouble. We're doing some wheelies right now, some little wheelies, some donuts, just having a bit of fun here. Teeps, I think he's feeling pretty good about this one. I think he's feeling pretty good. It's just whether or not they can get that 25 points, and then really this is going to be a pretty good game to count towards.
Yeah, I mean, this is a decent amount of kills right now. I mean, these 3 horsemen of the apocalypse riding their little flaming cars, leaving trails all over the place. I mean, it's not quite Ghost Rider, but it's still, they are putting a whooping on the map right now, trying to clean up. Here comes Teep, exterminates that poor chap sitting there on the can. I was gonna say the John. I think that's what we call it. Call it the John. It's named after the guy who designed the porcelain potty. Shots not coming in. Teep trying to stay alive, but again, you can see on the minimap a little bit more action coming their way. Teep finds that 10th kill. There's players just below him, but again, the squad's now started to regroup somewhat. It's only going to be Crowder there who's playing as the island.
Yeah, I'm gonna flank bridge. I'm chilling. Don't worry about it. This kid just sweating. This is the team that killed me in storage.
Concerted effort now from the boys. The comms there, trying to identify those players on the bridge. There's the long shot and the cleanup.
There's still guys. Watch your airport roof. Still Teep.
Yep. I'm on bridge.
Joey D.
Really
Fantastic.
clean, really clean comms.
No armor. No armor.
Nice and precise. That's kind of what you want here, because it can become a little bit intense when you're getting into gunfights, especially with how spread out these guys are as well. It can be very difficult to have each other's back, but hey, look, they're great players. They're more than happy to take on these 1v1s, 2v1s really, and
Yeah,
that I
it's very
think is
possible.
something we're going to be seeing in just a moment.
Here we go. Teep and Merc
This guy's down.
lining up the push.
The shadow
We're running the new fire skin here in season 6. Everyone buy your battle pass. I've already done mine.
Gonna jump out.
I mean, look, I'm telling you to buy it, but you've probably already done it.
Oh, go on.
You know what I'm
Go
saying?
on.
I just all I'm saying, it's a good battle pass. We get some cool
Treat
stuff.
yourself. Treat
yourself.
yourself.
Quarantine's been crazy. Treat yourself.
Top green.
They actually managed to clean that player out, but here comes another team. Avoid the third party.
Oh,
Nice shots there
wow.
from Teep's going to get the final kill. That's going to be the squad. That's kill number 11 there for Teep. Shout out to Catfish_Tommy. Welcome to the TIE Fighters.
Need to try and get this
TP.
res off real quick.
I'm close up. I'm gonna have to get under.
That should be alright.
There we go.
Joe just tripped there. Joe tripped, fell over. Again, Crowder still playing Island. He's still managing to push the stuff out on his own. Again, this is something you should see a lot of these players doing in trios. This is so much harder to do in quads. In quads, I mean, to come across a team of 4 alone and to take out 3 of them is doable, but you really have to be on point. So in trios, it's a lot more likely that you are able to catch a player or two, manage to dip out, maybe get the third.
He's on this shit.
Again, in squads, it's just so much harder to do. A 1v4 is so difficult in this game. The way armor works, typically the amount of ammunition you have in these weapons, don't expect to be seeing too many of those. And the zip lines, again, we have seen a change to this one. Now players, there was an issue where when you're going up the zip line, gunfire basically went straight through you, but that has been patched. You're much more vulnerable going up those zip lines, so trying to ascend those tall buildings. And speaking of tall buildings, Teep's got eyes on 3. There's the first down, shots into the second.
Oh wow, nice, very nice. We're getting a lot of cracks in here. We're seeing a lot of kind of action here as well for these guys. They've been doing a really good job at getting that hunt on and being really successful at finding these guys. They've utilized their UAVs really nicely. And for me, this is really working out. I think these 3 might be one to contend with, that is for sure. We're even getting some potential sky kills here. Like Miles,
Yeah,
this is great.
He got it. Crowder got it. Crowder got the down in the end. You can see those like pink tracer rounds coming out. A kilo ringing it, decent range, and again, it still does a lot of damage, and it's fantastic accuracy at range as well.
Come to me. We're gonna rotate hangers.
Dude, there's 2 teams.
24 potential kills left, Miles, here.
I'm coming.
But they've got some great numbers. I mean, Teep on 12 right now, and I'm sure that Merc and Crowder, based on how they've been playing, we can't obviously see what they're on right now, but I'm sure they're pretty high up there too. So this is going to be a fantastic first game.
Yeah, this is not bad whatsoever. Again, yeah, based on just the action we're seeing, it looks like they're all in a relatively similar space kills wise.
Make the move. Buggy as well.
Team's now going for the intercept. Crowder trying to cut those players off. There is a car coming down the road just behind him. Great work there with the C4. Again, have to play the C4 a little earlier than you would have typically just because of the way it detonates now. But Team, eyes on those players transitioning in towards the gas. Couple of tags, just a couple of tickles to put the fear of Teep in them.
All right, we gotta get close.
Back at the safe zone we go. They're not. not able to catch any more players here on that transition. But look out for those players coming in from the gas, trying to get towards that safety zone. Those rotating potatoes, or the rotatos, as we call them. Alex, I know you're here. I know you heard that.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of potatoes.
Rotators.
We're looking for
Oh no, I'm just messing around. I heard you, but I also would like some potatoes. So that's what I'm gonna try and go find right now. Some potatoes and. I don't know. I really had a joke there, but it really fell flat. So I'm just gonna continue.
When in doubt, just fall flat and just don't say it at all.
Yeah, I think like when in doubt, you just accept that you suck at making bad jokes, or maybe that's the bad joke, right?
That
Or the
is
bad
true.
joke could be what's going on right now. I don't know. It's pretty meta when you think about it.
This is heavy.
Speaking of
This is
meta,
deep,
what's
deep.
TP using?
Just finish.
That was
Crowder
good.
goes down again,
Don't matter. We're good.
clearing out the top of the car park here. These were those players rotating in. They did manage to finally get ahead of
I'm
them.
gonna get another south. I wanna get
Just be
another south.
careful. I think I saw people crossing stores.
Jody's telling everyone, just be careful, just chill, just calm your farm, boys. Like, there's a lot of players around here. You don't have to play this too aggressively. Again, we know you're three very talented individuals, but everyone seems a little nasty these days in Warzone. When you have a couple of good games and matchmaking starts to kick in, and all of a sudden everyone's shooting laser beams at you. Like, all right, cool, we gotta need to chill. We need to chill. Eyes on now for
Definitely,
T.
and I think Joe really knows that there's the potential for them to get pinched right now. He did see a few cross from storage, and so he's obviously just letting them know to beware of their backs when pushing these next couple of kills here and trying to get the bounty. But yeah, I think also, Mars, it'd be great to discuss real quick before we finish this one, what would be a really good kind of score to get in this trio, in this tournament, and what kind of, everybody at home can look out for. Would we say it maybe in the 80s? The high, I don't know, mid 80s would be a really, really good game.
Yeah, that's like 20 odd kills apiece plus the win. Like, I would say that's a very, very safe number to throw about, and I would expect a lot of that, especially the way Team's shooting right now. Again, they've got this team pin. Crowder's going to be there. You see this Dragon Breath shot he's hitting. Oh, is that a nade launcher? Deep tags there from Team's going to stay alive. Yeah, look towards those sort of 80-point scores. That's going to be a very, very high score game. But we actually have got some scores coming through. We'll give you those updates as and when they really come. But Swag currently sitting on top of the boards with a 28. And again, these players have to put up 4 scores overall. Their best 4 in the window we have given them.
I'm going up deep.
Watch top airport as well. Guys chasing me.
And this circle's starting to really close in. That cluster strike's going to keep them off the roof now. Like 14 players remaining. The 3 of them still up and about. They all have self-revives, an ample amount of cash. If they can get near a vendor, you could really start to splash that money out. I mean, again, thinking more about kill streaks at this point in time. UAVs, you're expecting most players to have their loadouts, and here we go. They're in and out. Shotty's at the ready. Crowder was the bait. TP. He was absolutely the trap there.
I think he's just showing above us on the staircase. No bullshit.
Nice kills. And again, safe zone's just going to be moving once more. And it looks like, again, an open field. So now's the time you want to be worrying about high ground positions.
Absolutely, it's absolutely crucial to get the high ground position, especially where you're at. The open field is such a killer, especially for this. And the thing is, they are so rich right now. You can see the glare of a sniper in the distance there. This is what you've got to be careful of. You can get sniped at any moment, and it's going to be so hard to try and climb back from that, especially in open field. But use the money, get those assets for this end part of the game, and you should be good. I mean, getting some score streaks in as well. That would be huge. So trying to use that to potential to clear off the rooftops. That's kind of where I'm at right now. If you haven't got the high ground like TP has, obviously he's just great. He's just putting in bullets no matter what and where he is. But trying to clear off those rooftops if you aren't on one yourself is a big part of the end game.
That was a great down. And again, the damage you dealt on the first player as well. The good news there is you're starting to burn through those armor plates. Keep their resources as low as possible. So the next time you have to take the fight against them, they potentially have no armor. Teep and Crowder now taking control of these lower tents. Mercs to the left of them, sitting inside the hangars. These players from the roof repositioning now. What will Teep and Co do? They've got snipers directly behind them to the north. Nice tags in. A little bit of damage. Gas is going to start to push them. This is going to get real hairy real fast for Team TP. Players are still above them.
He's right here.
Go for that quick reposition. Ample plates for Teep.
I want to strike him, but I need to save this for
I was trying to say airstrike miles, by the way, rather than kill streaks, but you know what I was saying.
No, it's a kill. It's a kill streak. You see the cluster strike with precision. Like, you're on it. Joe's actually got one. Actually does have one.
I know. I heard him say strike, and I was like, yeah, but they're getting pushed quite heavily right now from inside tents. It's going to be tough to get through. But hey, look, there's 2 openings. They got 2 of their players in there. And hopefully, oh, this is the glare. It's the glare again.
Oh,
Every
keep
single
pausing
angle
it.
right now this team are going for, they are in trouble. So trying to hang on because that 25 points is very much in their grasp.
Wall. Wall
But it
sniping.
goes down.
Yo, load out.
And then there were two. And it comes to Crowder and TP. Gas going to push these players out again. Watch for the gas mask. They're going to be able to stay in there for a little bit longer just to bait out the push. TP can play this real slow. There's a down. He lets that player creep out and get up. It's a potential kill for him. Sniper still by the wall. Here comes the push forward.
Sniper
Nice
just
tag.
finished that kill on the right, unfortunately.
And now it's a 2v2, Lottie. It's a 2v2. This is for the win. That's the
this can
2v1.
happen.
This is it. There's one player left. It's going to be that sniper on the other side of the wall. And there it
Let's
is.
do it. Let's go.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
19,
wow.
18, plus the 25 points for the win. We should be seeing that one come through, and a ton more scores have also been submitted as well. And Lottie, you were not wrong about looking at like 80s being a very sort of a very admirable score right now. Symphony's put forward a 74. Tim the Tapman with a 73. Shortly behind them, Tifu coming in there with 67. So yeah, expect a lot of big names up there, obviously putting up big scores, but not a bad start to the day.
Not at all. I mean, that's a killer first game for TP and crew. I mean,
Oh boy.
that's exactly what you're looking for. Wow, hold on. Attaches team 20, 24, and 17. This is big. Okay, we're obviously the end of the game here, but this is great. If they can get this win, Miles, this is for sure got to be one of their best three.
Yeah, this is an absolute heater. Finesse and trying to keep himself safe here. But again, late game situation right now, you're expecting a lot of players to have their perks. So expect Ghost to be out in the field there. That heartbeat sensor just becomes that little bit less useful. And Finesse, he knows that. He has to play this office building very, very slowly. There are so many rooms to work with, so many cubicles. There's the dreaded men's toilets on the 3rd floor. I'm telling you, there's always someone in there playing games on the phone. No, they've usually got an R9 shotgun. They've usually got a shotty, but here we go.
That's a dangerous toilet to be in, man.
Well, most toilets are dangerous, but here we go. Eyes on that one player. Finesse playing this so smart. Trigger, discipline. Here comes the fight. Gets the first down. That's the immediate kill. Here comes the re-challenge for number 2. And this is tasty stuff. Finessing gets the second.
That was 1,000 IQ there, Miles. 1,000
Yeah.
IQ.
I had a shot too early. I had a shot my shot.
No,
would have been
100%. I think most people would as well. I think that's the kind of difference in level of playing this kind of VR here is knowing the patience and when to shoot and when not to. Really great stuff there.
Great high ground position as well to be in. They are going to get pushed by the gas, but for now, the opportunity to find some kills are down again. Finesse is shooting absolute lasers. 27 kills overall. Make it 28. Man, he's on fire. He's on absolute fire. Player below him as well. Attached with the comms. Here goes Ricky going forward. Ricky actually interesting choice here with the M13. Straight shooter, not as much damage as the Kilo, but still very, very reliable. There's the cleanup. There's the full kill. 21 there for Ricky now.
Yeah, Rick heard him a couple times.
In and out we go. Final circle. It's a 2 versus 1.
Final push is coming. The final push.
There it is.
And there it is.
like watching Attach, he's looking at the scoreboard, but 29, 21, and 17 with a win.
Wow.
That is massive for Team Attach. Massive.
That is huge. That's a big, big number. And that's going to do it, Miles. That's 100%. I'm calling that right now. That's going into